And we live. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue Games. Hey, that is blue to the games, not games to the blue. Yeah. You know the name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you guys. Welcome back, baby. I'm feeling good today. I wasn't feeling so great yesterday. I wasn't feeling so great over the weekend. I was kind of like fighting getting sick. I don't believe I got all the way sick, but I definitely felt like crap. But I'm feeling good today. So we got some good music, good tunes, a beautiful airplane. This is the Flight Factor A320 Ultimate, and we're on X-Plane 11. And we're in Canada today. Yes, sir. Air Canada, beautiful livery by Cessna Rocks. Definitely check out that guy's website. He makes like the best liveries. He's like very dependable when it comes to liveries. Cessna Rocks. And you know, when we come on Canadian turf, I gotta give a salute to the captain, Mr. Captain Canada. Yes, sir. He's showed a lot of support to my channel and to me personally, and I want to say thank you. So yeah, we're here on your turf, baby. Hopefully we have a good flight, and you know what I'm saying. Let's get it. All right, so today's flight starting off from Vancouver, and we're flying to Calgary. Again, I'm kind of continuing the trend of free scenery. A lot of really amazing payware scenery has came out lately, specifically Orbix. And some others, but I've been like, you know, for the rest of us who ain't got all that money, who kind of broke, you know what I mean, who got bills to pay and whatnot, I want to show off some free stuff. So right now we're actually in Vancouver. This is actually X-Plane's gateway scenery. This is default, by the way. This is out of the box right here. It is made by someone somewhere, but it's out of the box. It's gateway scenery. This is Vancouver. It looks really good, I gotta say. And I don't really hype up a lot of default X-Plane scenery too often, but this one's pretty good. It looks really good, and I will say I am using an add-on called ALES. That is a payware add-on, and that actually replaces all of my ground textures. So my ground textures are all 4K and very high resolution, looking really good. So anyways, it looks amazing though. Looks great. Also has some sexy orthos hanging out underneath it too. So you know, but that's free. that part is free. And we're flying out to Calgary. That series is made by Canada for X-Plane or Canada for XP, something like that. Another really good scenery developer. He makes all his scenery for free. Kimmy, what's up? Baseball Inferno, good to see you. Sherry Marshall, Sauce King, what's happening? We had a lot of VIPs today. Let's rewind. Let's go find who our VIPs today are. Kimani's World, Joshua Brook, IFMG, JWC Lano, Raven, The Tail, Mr. Gomez, Benjamin Jr., Sherry Marshall, Caden Hunt, Mitchell Campbell, I think that's G-Man, Hunter Stacks, Raven, of course, Baseball Inferno, Aviation is Fun, Swerve, and all you guys who came here early, I appreciate you guys, and sorry again for the delay as well, because X-Plane, you know X-Plane. So let's just hope we don't have any issues in our live stream today now that we are live. All right, let's get this thing started. We're cold and dark here, and I am using the BSS sound pack by Blue Star Sky. DigiDriver, what's up, man? Thank you for the host, bro. I really do appreciate that. So make sure you have your headphones on for this one, because we got a nice BSS sound pack going on as an add-on for the Flight Factor A320. I will say I know that they're working on another one for the A319 by Tolis. I don't have that one. I don't have Tolis. I wouldn't mind trying it, but I also don't want to pay for it. That's just my honest opinion. I already have the Flight Factor. So let's go with the ground power, chocks, and get ground power plugged in. We get all of the fuel trucks and passenger stuff. I really have done nothing, like nothing is ready in this plane, so we're starting all the way from the beginning. So if you're not into that, you could always come back in about 15 minutes. We should be ready to go. And if you want to get some food, some in-flight snacks, some other forms of in-flight entertainment, go ahead and get those now while we're getting your aircraft set up. This thing does sound amazing. Let's get our charts ready. Charts.navigraph.com. Did I spell it right? Yep. I should already be logged in. Bet. And my flight plan is already ready. Gotta love it. Alright, this is gonna be our chart for Vancouver, and we should be able to see ourselves on this map here. Sounds good, Digidriver man. Appreciate it, my friend. Going to your hometown, Thomas. You're from Calgary. I honestly did not know that, bro. Dope, man. G-Man Dukes, what's up, man? No setup tour today, but if you have any questions, I am definitely willing to answer them. Are you guys able to see and hear everything perfectly fine? Amazing. All right, states. We're gonna skip that. I have my map set up. That's amazing. I got our fat page, fat, and it's not gonna work, I don't think, until we turn on the power. So let's get this thing going. I don't want to take forever. External power on. I love those sounds. I was just talking about this yesterday when we did our infinite flight stream, about how sounds just really, for me, it's like the thing that does it for me. You could be missing like some of the system depths, but if you got good sounds, no, but you need it all. You need it all. All right, cool. We got the smoking and seatbelt signs on. Emergency lights are armed, and let's go with our IRS set to nav. And we could start the APU. I usually wait to start the APU until I'm like more ready to actually go. That's just what I personally do. And nav local lights are on. And the dope thing about Airbus is that like all you gotta do is click like one button to turn the lights on you want, which is nav and local. Boom, right there. Okay. Back down. Oh, one thing I did forget to do was connect to the VATSIM, so let's do that really quick. Yeah, I had to restart my X-plane because it crashed. I was going in, like, the scenery we're gonna see today, the ortho scenery we're gonna see today is all like brand new to me. I just downloaded it like this morning. It just finished right before the stream started. And so I had to make sure that it was working. So I went and I spawned in at Calgary International to make sure that we were not having any any problems over there. And then I was trying to load from there to load here in Vancouver, and then my X-plane crashed. So I had to restart the X-plane completely, and that takes a while. And we're in Vancouver, and I do have Orbix Washington scenery, so because I'm so close to Washington, it probably loaded a bunch of the Orbix scenery, and it took a lot longer for it to load. All right, let me connect. Today's call sign is Air Canada 116. And feel free if you would like to join us, if you have that sim or X-plane. You don't have to have any of the scenery. Don't worry about the scenery. But if you'd like to join us today, you can join us here at Charlie Yankee Victor Romeo CYVR. All right, we're connected. Oh, I did also forget one other thing, and that is active sky. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I have to minimize that. Hopefully it didn't freeze. Alright, active sky is loading up for our live weather. Jeez, that thunder sounded real. Man, hold up. That was hilarious. Okay, and I think that is our cue that active sky is working. I don't know if it's actually raining out here. Alright, Charlie Yankee Victor Romeo / Charlie Yankee Charlie. Return. And then cruise today will be 350. Cost index is 12. So like there's always I live like 5 minutes or less actually from a small airport, and I have a window like right here, and sometimes I'll see aircraft like flying over my house in the pattern, and it's just, I can't help but look at it. I couldn't hear it because I have headphones on, but I saw it in the corner of my eye, and I was like looking. I think it was a Piper PA something. Flight number, we'll just use ACA 116 today, and IRS in it. Align, confirm, return, and let's get our win request. Alright, that's working. And return. And we'll go to the next page. We do need fuel and things, so let's go make sure that's right. Alright, it'll be about 5,700. We'll round up to about 6,000 kilograms of fuel today. Don't need a lot of fuel. That works. Set. Passengers will be a full flight today. All of you guys up in here today. Cargo, we'll just leave it at that. Doesn't even matter to me. I got a bunch of TVs in the back, you know, a bunch of immigrants trying to get from I don't know, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know, maple syrup. I don't know what people in Canada carry. And alright, cool. So now we have our weight. So now we can go ahead and do our weight request. And that'll give us our 0 fuel weight and our center of gravity, which we'll be looking for a center of gravity 25.8. I'm going to use that number, and we're going to go down here to the throttle quadrant here where our trim is. We'll set our trim. What do we say, 25.8? So that's going to be like over here somewhere. So I'll assume about 0.5. And it's usually almost always the same unless you're like running really heavy or really light. So what I say is 0.5, so we're gonna go to perf, and we're gonna go flaps 1/0. Wait, is it up? Yeah, clear. Up 0.5. Boom. All right, flex 45. So you know we're gonna be flexing on today. And VR is gonna be 136. V2 140, and V1 I am just gonna guess is 132. What's sounds low, but we'll do 132. Transition altitude out here in Canada is the same as the US, which I believe is 1800. I think. I don't know why they'd be like really different, but they're already different. 850 by 850. Down here, throttle reduction. Clean speed is gonna be 215. That's our climb out speed, and we'll go to next phase. We'll put that here as pre-selected, and then that is all good and done. Back to performance. Everything looks good here. Let's go ahead and put in our flight plan. All right, so we'll be departing runway. I think it's 26 left. Let's take a look at where that is in where we are. That's what SimBrief tells us. But if it's like the other side of the airport, we're not taking 26 left. So we're right here. 26 right is over here. 26 left is over here. We could use 26 left. That wouldn't really be a problem, but we're technically closer to 26 right, I think. 26 left would be a little bit longer of a taxi. So let's go with 26 right. They're the same lane. Nah, 26 right's a little bit shorter, but we don't need a full runway anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and just take 26 right. That's plenty of runway for us. And we don't have any specific departure either, so 26 right. No SID. First waypoint is going to be AD6. ADSIX. Alright, that's there. And from there we go direct to CILLI. Silly. Alright, that's legit. And from there we'll hop on the Quebec 983 airway. Pop that in. Oh, wait a second. I did something wrong. That goes here. Quebec 983. And from there, we'll exit that at Noret, N-O-R-A-T. And that'll be our transition waypoints for our arrival into Calgary today, or this morning. And so we'll go to our arrival section. We're expecting to land on runway 17 left, ILS. And our arrival is the IGVEP4. And oh, there it is. Noret is our transition. I was like, where is it? And hit insert. Did I pick a runway? I did pick a runway. Did I pick a transition? Don't remember. Let's double check on that. We got our runway. We have our transition. We don't have our VIA. Do we need a VIA? I just want to make sure this is right. Okay, it won't let me change it now. Alright, I think we're okay. We'll just leave it at that and hope that things go well when we get there. Alright, we have a discontinuity. Pretty simple flight plan today. We have 2 Norets. We definitely don't need 2 of them. Hit clear out that. That's going to double up on the Noret. I'm going to delete the previous Noret. Now we have a new discontinuity. Delete that discontinuity and insert. Now that should be fine. Oh, we have another one. And this will, I think this is a discontinuity going on to our final approach. I'm just going to delete that. It won't let me. And I think that is because, yeah, that's because of the thing. So I think I can leave that one in there. I'm hoping that doesn't affect our VNAV. I think that we can leave that one in there because that's vector. That's where it says manual. That's basically from Upton will be vectored to EBCOP, which we probably won't have ATC, but if we did, that's when ATC would vector us to the final approach for the ILS runway 17 left. So, all right, I believe we're done there. Flight plan is set. Let's go to our secondary flight plan. I'm going to copy the active. Let's make sure, though, that the actual flight plan is legit. And I'm going to go over here and look at our plan, and we'll scroll through our flight plan and double check that everything looks nice. All right, let's take a look. Yep, that looks perfect. Amazing. Good job, Fly Factor. All right, cool. Dopeness. Is this the view I had it on? I can't remember. All right, take that back to ARC. I'm gonna put the right PFD on plan, and let's get our altimeter. One thing we should do, we should test out if my ATIS is working now. Because the other day, last week when we flew on Pilot Edge and even on VATSIM, my ATIS did not seem to work. So let's see if my ATIS, if you say that really quickly, it sounds like I'm saying something else. Oh, my ATIS, you know what I mean? Like that sounds almost really bad. My ATIS hurts. Wow, that got bad really quick. All right, so ATIS is 124.6. I don't know where that came from. 124.6. Let's see if it let's see if it works. I'm not even looking at comments right now, just so you guys know, so I have no idea what you guys are saying right now. Oh, it's working.
1500 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10.
Yeah, so if you guys have asked me any questions, I'm sorry. I've been setting the plane up. I don't have the chat up on my screen right now, but I'll be looking here in a bit. Alright, so good sign. The ATIS is working. We're going to get our Unicom on 122.8. Let's see, ATIS is 3016.
1308 left.
Something is not right about my views. Alright, 3016. Alright, that's good.
INTL information.
Winds 2500.
1500 Zulu weather.
Arriving runway. The ATIS is telling me the runways are 08 and 13. That's the opposite side.
8,500 view.
But the wind is light and variable, so technically there's no winds are not in favor of either.
Altimeter 3016.
So that's all good.
Runways 08 right. 13.
Set altitude to 10,000 initial.
08 right. 13. 08 left. Advise on initial contact. You have Foxtrot.
We have Foxtrot. Gonna change this to like, I think it was 215, something like that. It's okay, it's gonna change on its own anyways. And I believe we are gassed up and ready to go. We do need our transponder though. I should have like preset views for these things,
Sky conditions 2,000 view,
but I don't.
8,500 view, 25.
Hit clear first, and 2200. I'm gonna go ahead and squawk transmit and receive now because I will forget. All right, dope. All right, we're ready, guys. Make sure all you guys are all aboard and ready to go. Make sure that you know, those devices and whatnot. I'm not a freaking flight attendant. I don't know what to say. Let's get the doors closed. Oh, let's get the APU on. It's like, for me, this is when I get my APU started. Like after I'm done with the flight plan, because personally, sometimes things change during the flight plan. If I'm on external power, I don't need an APU on anyways. So hit the master switch here and wait for the flap to say open. And once it does, we'll turn the APU on. We'll disconnect the external power, get the doors closed, and we'll roll on out of here. My ATIS, oh man. Flight motor aviation, almost 100 hours in the A320. I wish I knew how many hours I've had in this thing. I know it ain't 100. It ain't nowhere near that. Hit start. It ain't nowhere near 100, but I've had a decent amount, I feel. It is a great plane though, it really is. My dad might be getting an iPhone XR. I was talking with him yesterday, and we were talking about iPhones, and he was trying to decide which one to get, and I was recommending him the iPhone XR. But again, like I mentioned yesterday, I don't recommend you buy any iPhones right now. Wait till September to find out what the future of Apple looks like when they announce their new phone, and then decide from there, because prices may drop or change or whichever. All right, we have APU power available. I'm gonna turn APU bleed on, and we can close the doors. You hear the APU kicking on in the background. Again, you probably only hear some of these sounds if you have your headphones on. Some disconnect ground power. I love that sound. Alright, fuel truck is gonna get removed. Passengers are all aboard. Doors are all closing. Cargo doors are all closing. You can already hear the sounds changing from the doors closing. The aircraft doing its thing. Ground power is now off. Let's go ahead and get this pushback truck ready to go. Oh crap. Okay, there it is. I was like, I got people have been talking about X Organizer for a long time, and I've always been like, I don't need to pay for an app to organize my X plane. I got it taken care of. And it got to a point where I was having issues with like a lot of add-ons and things like that, and I ended up getting X Organizer, and it fixed the majority of my add-on issues, like having add-ons that weren't working together and stuff that wasn't in the right order. So I ended up getting that. I got that, I think, last week.
Grounded cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Roger that, Linda. Yeah, so I'm glad I have it. It was definitely a good buy. I'm glad I have it now. All right, we need to get that pushback truck out of here now.
Grounded cockpit, tow is driving up.
All right, toes driving up, baby. Gonna turn the pumps on while we're waiting. Turn the cruise oxygen supply on. We can go to the new FAT page, which is the cabin status page. Something that we didn't have any older A320. Doesn't do as much as I thought it would, but really all you can do is turn the lights on and off in the cabin. That's really all I've really seen it do. If you know, some of you guys who have more hours in A320, if you know something else I can do, please let me know, because I see a lot of potential in this page and I don't really know how to work it. So usually this is when you would dim the cabin lights, but we never really turned them on.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, pushing back to this way. We'll take runway 26 right, and we'll taxi via Juliet Alpha, and we'll take Juliet to, what is this, Mike? Yeah, we'll do Juliet straight to Mike. We'll take Mike all the way down to Mike 9er, and then we'll take our runway 26 right from there. Hopefully I can remember all that, you know what I'm saying? Alright, is she waiting for me, or am I waiting for you? I think she's waiting for me. I'm not sure. She's waiting for me. She says ready to connect. She didn't say release parking brake. I'm gonna go ahead and do it though. Yeah, that's what she wanted. WestJet, what's up, bro? In the background. Beautiful day out here in Vancouver today, guys. A beautiful day to fly in Canada and fly via Air Canada. I love this livery, I really do. This is my favorite Air Canada livery. The new one. I don't mind the old one, but this one definitely just looks dope. I like the mask on the front. Oh god, dead. Fuel truck. Suicide fuel truck.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
I did. I already released the parking brake. Parking brake is already released. Get these sexy wing views ready. I'm using active sky and ultra weather for my weather today, in case anyone asks. Is she doing her thing? What are we waiting for here, Linda? Come on, Linda, let's go. Where is my camera view that goes to the bottom of my plane? I think she's waiting for me.
Starting
Yep, she's
pushback,
waiting for me.
and you may start
Alright,
engine.
beacon lights on, my people. Time to push back. Say goodbye to the gate. If you missed a flight, you have missed it. Planes do not come back for people, and neither do boats, so always be on time. Alright, we're pushing back. We've got the green light for the engine start process. So let's go make that happen. Make sure the headphones are on for this one, people. I'm gonna shut up. Alright, who we got here? Flight Motor Aviation, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. And starting engine number 2. No, you wait, Austin's vegan food. Don't you bet you. All right, we got one good engine. Starting engine number 1. All right, I believe we have 2 good engines, my people. And yes, to answer Mike's question, we do have an A320neo that is by Jar Design. Jar Design developed an aircraft, the Neo version of the A320. It actually came well before this version. And let's see. All right, let's go down here, make sure we turn back to normal.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Flaps going down. Flaps 1. We're gonna check our speed brakes, make sure they're working. First flight of the day, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure everything's working right. All right, that looks good. Such a smooth like animation, man. It's beautiful. Great job there. Alright, should go back to flaps 1. Full left. Oops. Full right. Oh, look at that. Look at that detail underneath the. That is. This is not a review. I'm just appreciating this plane right now.
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
See, left rudder, right rudder, up and down. Flight controls are free and correct. Now we can turn off the APU. I think you do by hitting the master switch. Everything else on the overhead looks good. No longer need the APU bleed. Ground spoilers are armed. We're ready to go. Turn the runway turn-off lights and the taxi lights. And generators are all lights out, so we're good. All right, where is she at? Where's she at? Where's Linda? Linda on my left? I think she's gone. All right, release the parking brake. Let's roll. We spent enough time on the ground. I don't know. I take a lot of time when I start out because I just really enjoy this part of the process. You know what I mean? All right, where are we going exactly? All right, there's Juliet. I believe we need to make a right turn here. Oh, we do have a map. That's helpful. Okay. I'm looking for Juliet to Papa. Runway 26 right. Partly cloudy out here. Not too bad though. Winds are variable. What? What the? Bernie, what are you talking about? Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat until just now, and the first thing I see is a comment from Bernie on on Twitch. It says, "I tune into the stream. The first thing I hear is I was diagnosed with diabetes." It was a Twitch ad. That's hilarious. Blue Games is now streaming. Click. I was diagnosed with diabetes. Oh, that's funny. Funny stuff, funny stuff. Who's excited for today's flight? I am. I'm very excited. I'm just like, today's a good day, man. I'm just thankful. It's one of those days when you just wake up and you're just like thankful to be alive, thankful to be, you know, that God has blessed you with the life that you have. Whether you may not be where you want to be yet, you're still on your way to where you want to be. And another day, another chance, you know what I mean? Anyways, I don't know, I'm just feeling like mad grateful today. So thank you guys so much for being here. And the road to 10,000 subscribers continues. A380, yes, that was an A380 all right. Let me see if I can go take a look at it. Back there, Lufthansa, A380. There's an Iceland Air, looks like it's probably a 757. Looks a little bit small for a 757. There's Jap. Got, again, I did a really good job with, again, this is completely default Vancouver right here. So whoever did Vancouver's Gateway Airport did an amazing job. And I think because Vancouver's airport looks so good from the gateway, somebody needs to use that as a base to create a real, like, super high quality Vancouver airport. That's what I think should happen. All right, we're almost to the end. I believe we'll be using Mike Niner, which is our last taxiway before we get to the end of 26 right. We got WestJet up here ahead of us. Altimeter is set, altitude is set, flight plan is looking good. And we'll be number 2. One thing I do with my views is I have basically the buttons on the left of the base of my joystick are all views. So I use all these for different views, and so I don't have to reach up to the keyboard. So like my most, the ones I use the most. All right, this is a confirmed 26 right. And so what I'm saying is I have a specific view I set to look left and one to look right, and so that's why I'm able to just look over to the left real quickly and do that. Usually when I'm not streaming though, I use a track IR device that I put on my headset and I just look around. So like whenever you watch my videos that I do like for reviews or just regular videos that are not live streams, you'll see me looking around with my head and things like that. All right, we're next up for takeoff. Our aircraft is rolling. We're gonna go ahead and turn the landing lights on. Strobe lights on, takeoff lights on, wing lights on. And I believe that is all. Flaps are ready to go. Releasing the parking brake. Air Canada 116 lining up. Matter of fact, we're taking off runway 26 right, departing to the east.
Approaching 26 right.
Checking to our right. Approach is clear. And departing traffic is airborne.
On runway 26 right.
As you can see on our flight plan on our MFD down there, it's going to have us going out, runway heading, and making a left turn, looping back to the east. All right, takeoff power. Looking for flex. There's a flex. All right, guys, flexing on them. Airspeed is alive. There's V1 and a rotate. That is positive climb gear up. Traffic over there on the departure. Alright, flying the flight director, about to fly into the clouds here. Alright. Throttle is now going back to throttle climb. Flaps going up. Still flying by hand. Go ahead and fly this departure. And we should be banking left. There it is. Looking for 30 degrees in that turn. This is what I was talking about yesterday when we did the Airbus flight on Infinite Flight. As you see, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm sure you can see that right there. On our PFD, you see that green, looks like the Jesus cross. That is a flight director, and that is telling me how high my nose needs to be, as well as the angle and the turn. So basically, I'm flying that, I'm following that. My eyes are on that, and pretty much nothing else. I'm flying the flight director, and that will keep me on the GPS flight path, and it helps when trying to fly departures or anything in IFR conditions if you're flying by hand. The aircraft will also follow that if you're on autopilot. We're passing 4,700, 410. Into the clouds we go. It's so funny. So I mentioned earlier in the stream that I have some new ortho that I was working on out here in the Canada area between Vancouver and Calgary, which includes oh, I just got a message from somebody. Which includes some of the Rocky Mountains and a national park and something like that. And now it's gonna be cloudy, so we're probably not even gonna be able to see the scenery at all. It's just gonna be overcast. So I think I got a message on Swift. I can't look at it right now because it's on a different tab. But it sounds like I hear talking. So we're gonna continue our turn. We're gonna fly this up to 10,000. Beautiful departure. Look at these clouds. Ultra weather and active sky working together, showing off right now. That looks amazing. Alright, let's bank back to the right. I think that's actually an ATIS I hear. I'm not sure. I think somebody just logged on VATSIM. No, it's an ATIS I hear, but it is VATSIM. Alright, 1,000 from 10,000. We'll go ahead and change our altitude to we're cruising at 35, so we'll do 35. There's 10,000 right there. We'll go ahead and hit autopilot and hit the up. I don't know if up is pulling out or pushing in. I'm not really sure what that translates to. I'm going to click on the throttle, or the auto throttle, or the speed, and that's going to put us into auto throttle. Or it should. It's not. Okay. We're in vertical speed mode right now. That's fine. I'll change that in a second. Let's lower our vertical speed. Speaking of vertical speeds. Let me see who's online here. Looks like Seattle approach just came on, and we're not in their airspace. We're in Canada, so they have no jurisdiction out here. But the crazy thing is, I think Seattle uses 1228 for something, so I always get tuned into them. All right, let's go ahead and zoom this out. And what am I missing? I don't know why it's not. Let's go to our cruise, 35,000 feet. Alright, and I'm gonna try hitting it again and see if it works. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Alright, something must not have been programmed correct. Oh, there it is. Alright, so speed is now under control, and we should be able to do it here as well. There it is. Alright, cool. So I had to click on it. So now we're going to switch into VNAV, basically. Aircrafts can control the vertical speed and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to switch this back to the wide view. If we wanted to, we could also do this. It's another reason why I love this plane is we have internet on this plane. You know, so we got satellite internet, whatever. I'm going to use VATtastic. Is it .net or .com? I don't have it up. I think it's .com. Net. I don't know. Let's try .com. Yeah, that's it. And I can load that up here. I'm going to use the V2. The new one that they released at Flight Sim Expo this year. if it's, I don't know if it's gonna actually work on this thing. Let's just not. Let's not and say we did. I'm gonna turn notifications off. This is all the aircraft flying around on VATSIM right now around the world. We are up here. And yeah, so Seattle approach is online. That's what it is. And that is the ATIS that we just picked up. So I'm just gonna mute that for now, because that's gonna be on 122.8. And then this is us right here departing behind WestJet 112, and we're headed to CYYC. So dope. It's really dope that I can have that there. Matter of fact, let's see if I can get my chat on here. I've never tried this, but I just want to try it to see what happens. Restream.io. Log in. I am Blue Games. My email is no secret. My password is. I hope that's alright. No, I don't want to update my browser because I'm on a plane. Open in browser. Yes. Alright, people type stuff. Let's see if it works. Somebody test this out for me. Because if I was streaming in an actual plane, this is probably how I would have it set up. OMG, his password is whatever.
Altimeter setting.
It's just star 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 star. That's what my password is. If you ever want to know what my password is, it's just star star star. Alright, standard. Thank you for reminding me that, Miss Airbus. Okay. We're good to go, guys. We're in our climb. We're passing 19,000 feet, passing at 6 on our way to Calgary. If you just joined us, and I can now see my chat on the screen. That is super freaking dope. Isn't that dope? Hey, what up, Mike? What up, Ace? Thomas? Add some beef to that. George? Kamani? Which airline do I prefer? Air Canada or WestJet? I would prefer Air Canada. That is my preference. I like this, because my actual thing that I use to see the chat is actually like on top of my game, but it kind of goes away from time to time, so it's good to be able to see this, and I can just tab back and forth and then see what's going on here. So it's funny is I was this close to flying from Seattle to Calgary instead, except some really dope scenery in Seattle. It's not free, but I have dope scenery in Seattle. But I also was like, you know what, I fly to Seattle all the time. Let's go ahead and do something different. Let's do Vancouver. Also, Air Canada doesn't do this exact flight from Seattle to Calgary, so I was kind of trying to be a little bit realistic, you know what I mean? Just a little realistic, just a little bit. That's cool. That's cool. I like that this is working, and I can also see the chat. My cruise speed, is probably gonna be like Mach 0.77 or 78, something like that. The aircraft is kind of handling that, so I don't really know. But wow, look at this, flying through the clouds. And it's looking pretty darn good right now, I have to say. Let's get some outside view. Let me turn it down first because it's going to be real loud. Oh, that's sexy. Canadian Masquerade. That's what I almost want to call this stream. Looks like a freaking Air Canada commercial. Air Canada, hit me up if you need me to make some promo. I got you. I got you. Oh, it was starting to get like a little hint of those mountains down there. I'm gonna let the camera animation finish, and we'll switch. That looks legit, bro. Hey man, I can't wait. I'm a big fan of all the weather like the graphic weather add-ons you can get. Ultra weather is my personal favorite. There's been times when I've been like very unhappy with them, but I've probably used them more than any other weather thing. Speaking of weather, before we enjoy the view outside, let's do some cleanup inside. Let's turn these landing lights off, as well as the runway turn off lights and the logo lights. We're gonna come off. We'll leave the nav lights on and turn off the wing lights. We'll do seatbelt signs to auto, and that is all. Oh geez. Only issue I'm seeing is, yeah, obviously we have some issues with my mountains out here. Other than that, like, the scenery itself looks pretty dope. I wonder, you know what's happening? It looks like it's flattening it. I'm not sure why that happened. And I also like that Ultra Weather actually adjusted the contrails, that they're not the ugly X-Plane default color anymore. I love like, this is one of my favorite areas in Canada. Actually, the whole way, like all like British Columbia is really where I love flying in Canada. And I think, ooh, look at that mountain way over there. Is that? Oh, I thought that was. I was like, can we see Orbic's scenery from here? Cause we're like not quite in Washington, but we're just north of it. No, that's not Orbic's Washington. I thought it was for a second, but yeah, I'm having some issues here. Like, this whole tile is just flat. I gotta figure out how to fix that. But once we get past that, we'll have some nice stuff to look at. Let's take a look at the chat. Back to school tomorrow already, Astro? Dang, man. When does school start back for a lot of you guys? Are all of you starting next week, or is it the week after? Omarion Airways, yes, this is X-Plane 11. Caden Hunt, you're doing the same flight, sounds good. Ravens can do Mach 0.8, that sounds good. Put the passengers on board, bro, this is a ferry flight. And they don't have passengers modeled on here. Wow, some of you guys start on Monday. Bad landing captain still has 3 weeks. Going to college in September. Raven, are you that old to go to college already? What the heck? Luke Matt, hello, what's up, man? Good to see you. Stop spraying chemicals, you monster. You gonna get these. You gonna get these chemtrails. Y'all gonna get these chemtrails. This is a beautiful view. I am. This is why I was excited for this flight, because I knew it was gonna be gorgeous. You know what I mean? But all right, let's get some music playing as we get to. We're about to start cruising here. Let's see what we got for today's playlist. Are we really only 30 minutes out? Is it that? Is the flight is done? Is it that short? When is our top of descent? If I do a second flight, it depends on when we land. And if I do a second flight, it's gonna probably be VFR and just for fun. if we do a second flight. But I don't have a second flight planned for today. I am sorry. Gotta get back to work when we're done. I'm loving these clouds though. These clouds are out here showing off. This is so dope. Like, this is one of my favorite things about the Flight Factor A320. And a while back, I don't know if it was just my version, but like this wasn't working for a long time. But the fact that you can use the internet in a virtual plane while you're flying it is just amazing. I know it's not the only plane that does it now. Other planes have the same feature, but the A320 was one of the first planes to really introduce this idea. The flight should be, the entire flight should be an hour and a half, but for some reason Project Fly is telling me that we only have like 30 minutes left. Games only, I should do a tour around UK. I'm actually thinking about doing a tour around Europe, but I'm actually possibly planning to do that with Euro Truck Simulator. So it's kind of a different perspective of Europe than what you may expect me to take. You know what I'm saying? All right, Thomas, see you in 30. See ya. Legend quadruple niner. What's up, man? Merkel, yes, about hour and a half flight time. Just so like I have another way of looking at this, but it's just so convenient. I could also click on myself. Yeah, it says time remaining 33 minutes. ETA 1651 Zulu, which is about right on time. So for some reason I'm on the Australian server. I don't know why. I don't think it matters, but for some reason I'm on the Australian server. I think a good flight, a good second flight, maybe not on this live stream, but in general, if you want ideas of places to fly, I recommend Vancouver to Calgary, Seattle to Calgary, Calgary to Edmonton, which nobody is flying to right now, but it's CYEG. Also, Calgary to Cape Bill, which is just south in Montana. Some really good scenery out there by the guy who I was talking about last week, who made Reno and who made Ontario. He has scenery down there. Also, Yosemite. There's some really good free Yosemite scenery down here as well. All this Orbix area is amazing. Looking forward to Orbix, Oregon. What do you guys think about Orbix, Oregon coming out pretty soon? But also, Calgary back to Seattle will be a great flight as well. And that'll be a fun flight. I've done that flight in a private jet before. Is that true? So all the European cities and Euro Truck Sim look the same except for the new DLCs? I would honestly believe that. I would believe that, but I haven't really explored all of it yet, so I can't say. Flight Motor Aviation, thanks man for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Does Euro Truck Sim have Scotland? I don't know. Can anybody answer that? He says, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Thank you for being honest. But I don't either. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Does any, if you guys know? If you guys know, let us know. I haven't been. I mostly when I do trucking, I mostly do American Truck Simulator because I am American. But I am not biased. Oh, I am biased. But I'm not like against. You know, Euro Truck Sim. I just have more time, more hours, more experience in American Truck Sim. So I'm more. I know better what's in there than what's on Euro Truck. Raven says yes, it has up to Aberdeen. Thanks, bro. Yeah, you guys were playing Euro Truck yesterday after my stream, and I was like, dang it, man, I was actually in the mood to play Euro Truck. Like, I was thinking about streaming Euro Truck maybe a week ago, and I decided not to because I just wasn't in the mood to play it. Like, a lot of times, like, I want to make sure that I'm in the mood. You know, once I commit to playing something, I'll make sure I'm in the mood to play it so that I can actually enjoy playing it and enjoy streaming it, you know? But yeah. Leeds Aviation just landed in Auckland from Chicago with Air New Zealand on Infinite Flight. Well, I'm glad you. I hope you had a great flight. Oh yeah, breaking out of the clouds here. I wasn't even on the X-Plane screen when you said that. And I was like, oh hey, news to me. So it's not super cloudy. We might get some nice views here for a little while. Oh yeah, there we go. There's that Canada showing that beautifulness. There she is. Hello. Let's do some, I'm gonna start this. I like this song. I think we heard it yesterday. I'm gonna turn the music up. We're gonna jam some scenery for a little bit. Let's vibe. You're now listening to Blue Arrow Radio on FM 116. That's a screenshot right there. If you're wondering, we're currently flying over Pynchon, a little city called Pynchon, which that is right there. You know me, guys, like whenever I do my videos, I love doing music breaks, you know what I mean? Like where like I stop talking and I just like play music and like look at the view. Like I do it a lot in my pre-recorded videos. Just jam out and like enjoy the scenery, you know? Anyway, that was fun. I'll turn the music back down. I like that song. Did I add that to the playlist already? I think I did. Gims always says, "Have you seen Seneca? I haven't seen him pestering you to go to that airport of his." I've seen him here a little bit off and on. I just assume, I guess he's busy or occupied with other things, but I haven't seen him in a little while. I think he hasn't been that long. I think I've seen him within the last month. Ball for Light. What was the name of the song I used for the African tour song intro? I honestly don't remember, but I did get it from the YouTube sound library. Raven, I just saw your question. Can I fly to Queenstown next week? Isn't that in New Zealand? Right, thumbnail. Ooh, great. Captain Rowdy with coming through with a nice question. What is your favorite region to fly in? It does not matter what flight sim you're on. Just let us know, what is your favorite region? Matter of fact, go ahead and throw that in the comments. I think this is a great time to do a shout out. Tell me what your favorite region is to fly in, with an emoji, of course. And maybe if you know the flag, you can put the flag on there. But make sure you put the region on there too, because I don't know all the flags. So yeah, what do you think? My ground spoilers are still armed. I should have should have fixed that. There we go. There we go. Don't want those armed in flight. Alright, Lee Aviation, shout out to you, bro. Thanks for watching. And your favorite region to fly in is the UK. Ace, when is my next X-Plane stream? Tomorrow. Lee's Aviation also says Europe. Have I passed my practical test for IFATC? No, that is actually what I failed. I passed everything else except the practical, and that's why I'm not IFATC. But I'm gonna retry it. I've been thinking a lot about it. Favorite airline is United. Caden Hunt, favorite region is Utah. What else you got, guys? What are your favorite regions to fly in the world? It could be real life. It could be in a flight sim. Whatever. It's up to you. My favorite region, I have to say my favorite region to fly in is California, like Western U.S. That's where I spend the majority of my flight simulator time. Anywhere from San Diego all the way up to Juneau, Alaska is where I spend most of my time. I do fly all over the world as well, but whenever I'm just like wanting to, like, I don't know, I just spend most of my time in that area. I also have most of my scenery is kind of centered in the Western United States area. Outside of the US though, my favorite area to fly in is around the Alps, the Swiss Alps. I love flying in Monaco, like around France, like southern France, southeastern France, over like near Monaco, near Nice or Nice, however you say it. I also love flying over near Genoa or Genova, whichever. I really don't fly a lot in Innsbruck, surprisingly, but I do fly a lot south of Innsbruck on flights. And I also do love flying in Europe because I do have a lot of scenery in Europe as well. Like, oh, not Europe, I'm saying the UK. I fly in Amsterdam a lot. I don't know if you guys, some of you guys are familiar with a website called SimBuddy.com. A lot of the places I fly a lot are places that I have hubs on SimBuddy. If you want to fly with us, Blue Arrow Global or Blue Arrow Charters, but I have 2 European hubs. Amsterdam is one of my European hubs. My other European hub is Nice in Monaco, and then my U.S. hubs are San Francisco, Boston, and Miami. But I also do a lot of flying for FS Economy, and that's one of the main reasons that I most of my flying is done in California, because all of our FBOs are centered in California, as well as Pilot Edge, which is kind of the point. Uh-oh, what did I do? Ooh, it froze. Oh, that scared me. Don't crash. Beast 3 says USA. Raven says New Zealand. Man, I need to get some scenery out there on X-Plane New Zealand. But I love New Zealand. I do. I want to spend more time out there in New Zealand. You know, honestly, a New Zealand tour would be legit. I didn't really think about that. But we would have to do it via FAR or like with small planes, because New Zealand is not very big. You can fly that thing in a caravan if you want to, or a TBM or something. But that's a good idea. I'm going to put that on my list of tours to do. DJ Mosley, western coast of the U.S. Yes, sir. Hadrian, when did the A350 come? There is no A350 yet. If you're talking about X-Plane, there already is an A350. It's not great, but there is a better A350 coming out by Flight Factor. We don't know when, but they are working on it, and it's going to be amazing. It's probably gonna come out around the time when Infinite Flight releases their A350. I would not be surprised. Bahamas is another great place to fly. Jamal Brown, what up from Jamaica, man? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Thanks for supporting. Honestly, if you can't say what your favorite region to fly in is, it's okay. It just means that you're very diverse in where you like to fly. You know, don't be ashamed of that. I'm telling you, man, I'm making an Air Canada commercial right now. Watching it live. And the clouds. That's one thing I don't like about ultra weather is the pop in, but pretty much every weather plugin except for xmrbluemc has the whole weather pop in effect that I don't like. All right, this flight is seeming a bit shorter than I thought it was gonna be. Let's double check on. It says we're 20 minutes out. That's is that true? I think we are actually 20 minutes out. Did I pass you somehow, Raven? I think I passed you. Where are you? I didn't even see you. I didn't get a traffic warning. I didn't get nothing. Alright, so that means we may be close to our top of descent. Let's take a look at our flight plan here and make sure to see what's going on. Move. No. I want to move it. There we go. All right. Let's see. Where are we on a flight plan right now? We're still quite a ways out. All right, there it is. All right, there's our top of the descent right there at Minibo. What I'd like to do ahead of time is go ahead and set my altitude down to where we want to be later on. So, I mean, right now we're on VNAV. So I want to go ahead and allow VNAV to do its thing when the time comes. And oh, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Don't descend. Oh, it's descending. I didn't want you to descend. I was lying. I was kidding. False alarm. Okay. There we go. Just kidding. I hit the button on accident. I want to go -0. How about that? Just stay here at 3,500. Can we do that? Can we just stay here? Alright, thank you very, very much. Alright, so now the aircraft is adjusting to go back 35,000. But when it finishes, I'm going to go to, let's do 11,000. Once we're re-leveled. But we're probably, what's that look like? Did our top of descent move? Why don't I see my top of descent anymore? Oh, is it now? Oh, our top of descent is now, apparently. Okay. Well, we're descending. Oh, wait, are you lying? I'm confused. I'm just gonna keep changing my altitude. Okay, this thing is not working like it's supposed to. Or is that showing me where we're gonna get to that altitude? I think that's what that's showing. So if we want to be 11,000 by Vesca. Let's us review. Alright, where's Vesca? Alright, yeah, that's perfect actually. So if we descend now, we'll get to Vesca by that. I assume is what you're trying to tell me. Autopilot. So let's try that. Let's go hit that button right there. That's gonna put us into a descend. You see DES for descent. Is it descent or decelerate? Decelerate would be DEC, not DES. These clouds looking great though. Look at them. Kind of blue, little blue, but they're all right. I'm in love with this livery. Like, a lot of times, the things that kind of swayed me to do specific flights to certain locations is based on the livery. Like, if I'm really loving like an Air Canada livery, I'm gonna do a lot more Canadian flights or flying to places that Air Canada flies to. If I'm really feeling like a WestJet livery for a certain plane, I'm gonna fly some WestJet flights. You know what I mean? So like, that's kind of what some of the things that kind of like persuade me to do some of the flights that I do is the livery and the airline, and really the livery, because I don't have other than United. And I like United because of internal reasons of United, not so much of like the flashiness of United or their livery. I just live in a United hub. I mainly fly United, and I think that is why United is, you know, like my favorite airline. But outside of United, any other airline, I don't really fly with, and I don't know much about. So I usually fly with them based on how I like their liveries and the locations they fly to. You know what I mean? Luke Maddock, have I tried Real Flight Simulator? I'm giving it a try. I don't have anything to say about it yet. I haven't tried much. I've had not much time to really put into it yet, but I'm trying to set aside some time to really give it a fair look and an unbiased look, because it could be legit. I've seen a little bit about it, and I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised at some of the things that they've included in it. And so once I finish looking into it, I'm gonna have a whole lot more things that Infinite Flight needs to add, I'm sure, or X-Plane Mobile when that comes out. Yeah, the plane was trying to tell me it was time to descend. Yeah, that's right. Yes, sir. Aviation Flyer is correct. You can fly any livery, any airline you want. Need delivery for it. Can I fly Malaysia Airlines on X-Plane? We'll see. I'll take a look into that. I don't know if I've flown out there before. Is the 787 good on X-Plane 11? I do not yet recommend it. There is one if you are just like a die-hard like 787 fan and you cannot live without some version of a 787. There is one available, but it is not quite to the level and quality that I personally want in an airliner, and so I have it. I did give them my money and I bought it, but I don't fly it. I'm really just holding on to it, hoping that there's going to be a really big update that makes it just like amazing, and I'm going to be happy because I already own it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm waiting for. Should I be descending faster? Probably. I gotta double check on it. Yeah, we're actually really close. Wow, I don't know how we... I don't know, for some reason I thought it was going to take us longer. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our star. Our standard terminal arrival route. So we're not yet on it, but Naret is the first waypoint on there. Our first altitude restriction is Amito at 14,000, at or above 14,000 feet. Our goal is 11,000 by Vesco, but actually I just noticed that there is a 10,000 foot or below altitude restriction before we get there. So yes, we do need to slow, probably descend a bit faster. Yeah, because right now we're only descending at 1,000 feet per minute. Are you serious, Airbus? That is not gonna do us any good. That's not gonna do us any good at all. We're at 30,000 feet. We're not gonna get there in time. So I don't want to hit expedite because that throws you into like a freaking crazy fast descent. So I guess I'll just manually do it. I have a scenery problem. I already checked that out. That's actually a random 737 that's not coming through in the scenery package, so it's not gonna break anything. Alright, I'm gonna change our vertical speed to 22,000, and we're gonna actually turn vertical speed on. Alright, there it is. So we'll just manually descend. That's all good. Thanks for the heads up though. You cannot always trust the VNAV on these planes in the simulator. A lot of times it comes down to like a user error, like something that I missed in the setup of the flight plan. But man, like I feel like these mountains out here just kind of teasing us. Like they just kind of peeking through the clouds every once in a while. You know what I mean? just to show us that there's something beautiful underneath. It's kind of like, you know, a girl wearing barely any clothes. Just a peek, just a tease, just to show you what you're missing. And if you're curious, if you are an Orho 4XP user and you want to know, we are flying currently over, I believe, either 15 or 16 zoom level for the scenery, and I'm also using Bing as my imagery source. When we get to Calgary, we'll land in zoom level 17, but en route I just had zoom level 15. But I mean, this looks really good. This is probably 16, honestly, because I did a mix. I did like 15 en route, 16 kind of like around Calgary, and 17 right at like a few tiles around Calgary. Because I mean, honestly, from cruise, 15 zoom level looks great. It looks good. So there's not really a problem with that. Something is being weird. Alright, we're not yet there. This is beautiful. Look at this clouds, man. Like, this is very satisfying, I have to say. Hopefully we can get a good landing today to go ahead and put the icing on the cake there. No butter today, we're icing on the landing. Have I played FSX? Yes. Do I play it now? No. What was your question, Caden? I'm missing your question. What did you ask? Welcome back, Sherry. Caden, what are you asking? You said the $45 one. What's $45? Now we're at 24,000. So far, so good. I feel like I'm missing some views here. Here we go. That's what I was looking for earlier. Oh, that's dope. Captain Jamaica, what's happening, bro? Welcome back. Good to see you. Orf Aviator had a question. Let me see what you're talking about, bro. Just really enjoying this view here. Let's see. I had to leave early, but what is your opinion on the direction that Infinite Flight is moving? My opinion. Oh, there's a Cessna 172 flying over now. One day, I'm gonna be in that plane flying over my house. Mark my words, people. One day. Dogistar, what's up, man? My opinion on the direction of Infinite Flight, I approve now. In the past year, people have been really questioning it because they've been introducing a lot of VFR aircraft, a lot of general aviation aircraft, and we know that the community wants airliners. The biggest issue was that everybody wanted the A350, and they were not making the A350. Finally, they announced that the A350 is coming, which is a smart move because it shut all those people up. We also know a 777 is coming. We also know eventually we're gonna get a rework to the 737. Probably no time soon, though. And we know that there is a another mystery general aviation aircraft coming. But yeah, I think they're doing good. I think they're doing just fine. I think that no matter what, they'll do fine. They'll be fine. We know that everything that the community wants to add to the sim, they also want to add to the sim. They're doing a really good job of communicating with the community, doing a really good job of a lot of those things. They're like actually interacting with it. They're connecting with the people, you know, and I think that's a great thing for people, for a developer to do. And I think that even after X-Plane Global comes out and all these other mobile flight sims get a little bit better, I think Infinite Flight is still gonna be able to compete with them strongly. They still have a lot of things over a lot of these other sims, so I'm not worried about them at all when it comes to competition. And yeah, I think it's gonna be all good. But yeah, I still support them all the way. All right, we're at 18,000 now. Is it raining here? Because that would be kind of dope. So I'm gonna turn the seatbelt signs back on, just in case it gets a little bumpy on the way down. How are we looking though? We're coming up on Amitz. We're still, oh, there we are. 14,000 where we need to be, and we are at 17. Let's put some speed brakes. I think we're gonna need a little bit of drag. What do you think? All right, let's go ahead and prepare for arrival in Calgary. What we're gonna need is the great thing about the Airbus is that it kind of pre-programs a lot of things for you, at least in the sim. I don't know if it does these things in real life, but just for anybody else who may need it, if you're flying a 737, for example, you're gonna need the localizer 109.15 for runway 17 left, and our final approach course is 165. As what we see right here, we're landing towards the south. I believe that may be with the downtown ahead of us. ATIS is going to be 128.225. 128.225. Let's get that, because we may need to switch runways depending if the weather has changed since I planned this flight. 128.25. I'm going to have to test this plane on Pilot Edge later, because I really want to fly this plane on Pilot Edge. And the last time I tried, it wasn't working for me, so I want to try it later. So let's see. Yeah, we're good. So we're gonna land 17. What did I say? Right, left, and we'll exit on our way to the right. Ooh, look at these mountains! Holy crap, we're close. That is like scary close. That is high def, but I didn't want to see this. I didn't want to see them that clearly yet. So we really need to pay attention to the altitude restrictions, because that's gonna keep us from dying today. What are we at? We're all right, 13,000 at Seattle. That is where are we at right now? We're at 13. All right, perfect. Let's slow down that descent a bit, and we'll make it a little bit more shallow. Nice, check on that. Let's keep an eye on that, because it's happening pretty fast. Honestly, we're getting there a lot quicker than I thought. So 13,000 here. It says 16 here if you're landing at runway 11. Oh Jesus. If you're landing runway 17 left or right, you need to be at or above flight level 21. Something we should have read earlier, huh? That's probably why my top of the descent was so high. So we'll just stay at 13. Let's go ahead and level here. Actually, we're at 12, so we're gonna level. We'll level off here, and let's watch ourselves. Look at these mountains, though. Jeez, that looks amazing. Again, I'm seeing this for the first time because I just literally I generated the scenery this morning. Or actually, it started last night. I finished this morning. This right here is zoom level 17. 17 is usually the highest I will go. Anything above that, it's not really necessary unless you're trying to do a very small, specific area. But this looks great. Alright, dope. So we're gonna level at 12. We're level at 12,000 right now. We'll stay here. Captain Rowdy, have I flown to Taipei? No, I have not. Alright, so we'll stay at 12,000. We'll most likely do this right here. Yeah. So go to Nabon. We'll fly a right downwind, and then we'll turn there. So our speed, there's no speed restrictions. We'll stay. I'll probably go ahead and do manual. How fast are we going right now? We're at 2.7. We're good. I think the aircraft is taking care of itself at the moment. Airbus don't need a lot of babying. Let's go ahead and get the what's it called? Atis here. Let's see what they're talking about. Hopefully we can hear it. Again, flying into Calgary today if you're just joining us. And this scenery is made by Canada 4X Plane. This guy makes some amazing scenery. I've done flights to his scenery before, and it's all free. So, kind of going on a little journey of. I didn't really do it on purpose, but I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and show off some different free sceneries out there, because I think a lot of people are getting discouraged in flight sim when all these new add-ons come out that are like so amazing, they're so beautiful, but you just don't have the money right now to buy them. I'm like, dang it, Orbix, you're gonna take every money from every paycheck? Like, Jesus. Glitch Nasty, great question. Is there any particular reason why I prefer Bing over Google for making my tiles? Now, yes. So I don't always use Bing. Every time I am doing a certain, an area or a region. So for example, I did this in this region specifically. I went in and I zoomed in to check. I checked what Bing looked like. I checked what US looked like. I checked what Google looked like. I checked, all the major the imagery sources to see what they look like, to see which one looks better, which one has more clouds, which one has less consistency. So Google in this area had a lot less consistency. The colors were all off. It was like changing everywhere. The resolutions were changing. A lot of things, like there were the clouds. It just looked like crap. So I chose Bing in this case, but sometimes I'll use USA. Sometimes I'll use Google. Sometimes I'll use Bing. I usually choose between those three though, either Google, Bing, or USA. And you usually can find something good. There's certain parts of the world that are really hard to find good scenery, like Puerto Rico, or a lot of like island type places, and mountainous places like Canada, like Alaska. Some areas are really hard to find scenery that's consistent, that doesn't have a lot of clouds, doesn't have a lot of like color changes and things like that. But out here right now we're using Bing and it's looking pretty good so far. I think the color may change a little bit here and there as we get closer, but for the most part the consistency was better than USA and Google. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. You see there's a line right there, so that's an example of what I'm talking about, where like the color changes, but it doesn't do it as much in this one than it did in the others. Alright, for some reason the ATIS is not coming up, so I'm gonna just find out what the altimeter is. Actually, we could do this. We could do this. Alright, looks like winds are 270 at 5. And what we need is the altimeter 3011. So let's go ahead and change that to make sure we're at the right altitude. Alright, beautiful. Looking good. It's about to turn our left base. The next altitude we're going to be at is going to be 8,000. I'm going to go ahead and slowly make that change or descent while there's no more mountains to worry about now. Alright, there we go. I do want to change speed. I'm going to control that myself. Alright, let me change it. There it is. We're going to go down to 210 knots. We'll give our buddy WestJet up there a little bit of space. And he might actually be on the TCAS. I don't see him though. Oh, we don't have TCAS on, do we? Yeah, we have it on. It should be on. Where is it? No, I don't think it's on. We should see downtown Calgary here in a bit. There it is. Oh, that's dope. So this is actually also a part of this scenery. The guy who made Calgary also included the downtown area. So all for free. This is crazy. Like this airport is payware quality. It is definitely worth a good $30-$40. There's a stadium over there. Great area to do VFR. If we have a little extra time, maybe I'll fly out of Vancouver and something small and fly over to downtown, take a look at it if you like. If we have the time, we may have to watch the replays. Oh, there's another stadium right there. A couple stadiums. Wow, I didn't even notice these last time I flew out here. So again, this is a mix of all this is ortho, but the 3D objects you're seeing is a part of the scenery pack. So the ortho imagery, the photorealistic imagery, does not come with the scenery pack, except for at the airport. Like inside the airport over there, you'll see that there is ortho inside of there. Very nice. Never been to Calgary in real life. I don't know what they have there. I don't know what reasons there would be to actually visit. But all right, how we looking? We're slow. We're slow as heck. We should be descending. Let's go a little bit fast. We go 225. And we are descending, but very slowly. I'm gonna go ahead and take control of that. I'm not happy with how fast we're descending Airbus right now, so we're gonna do it ourselves. Alright, we are here. We need to be at 8,000, so we're already above. Yeah, we need to be at 8,000 at 210 knots. So let's go ahead and change that. 210, 210 knots. 8,000. We're at 10. We'll go flaps 1. Wait. Oh, we're just barely slow enough for flaps. And landing lights on. Logo lights on. Seatbelt signs are already on. The cabin is briefed. Okay. Based off the music, are you sure we didn't just fly into France? I am pretty sure. Unless somehow we traveled a few thousand miles and ended up in Montreal. I'm pretty sure we're in Canada. Alright, I'm gonna come on the speed brakes here. How are we doing on spacing, Raven? I don't even see him. Oh, there he is. He's lower than us, as he should be. Alright, so that's gonna be the end of our that's gonna be the end of our arrival. We'll be switching to our approach. We should actually see ourselves. There we are. We're going to be at 6,500. Airport elevation is, what is it? 3,600. And I was correct earlier. The transition altitude in Canada is also 18,000 feet. Alright, there's 8,000 feet. Let's go ahead and continue to 6,500 feet. We'll do that now. And then continue on vertical speed mode. So far, so good. We don't need those speed brakes anymore. Calgary's off our right wing. We're gonna right downwind, runway 17 left. Was it CYYC? C right. There's a 27 left. I'm really glad, man. Again, this is my first time. We're a little fast. My first time actually flying into this area with my orthos, so it came out pretty good. I'm really happy with the. Sometimes I'll build scenery. Wow, look at that little hill. That looks kind of cool. Sometimes I'll build scenery in areas and it doesn't always come out the way you want it, or they'll see back glitches, and you really don't want that to happen during a live stream. That's the most annoying. All right, I think we're vectoring now, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to heading mode. There it is. And watch out for traffic. Did he make that base yet? I don't know where he is. I don't know if he made that base yet. Yeah, he's made that base. Alright, let's go ahead and kill the music, guys. Yeah, we're gonna focus on landing this plane today. shall we? Alright, what does that sound? Speed brake. We're gonna speed back to 190. Lane lights are on. I think we are clear to the right now. We should go ahead and make that right turn. And we're going 90 degrees to the right. Turning right base. Runway 17 left. Alright, altitude is good. We'll stay here until we intercept the localizer. Definitely giving traffic plenty of space. We're probably gonna be about 5 to 10 miles behind him. Again, I don't know if I didn't turn it on, but I do not see him on my map. We can turn terrain radar on if we needed it. There is a little bit of terrain out in the area. I'm going to go to auto brake to medium for landing today, and we'll turn the brake fan on, which is one of these buttons. That's anti-skid. That's the brake fan. That's the brake fan. Let's keep going that right turn. I want to fly direct to Ebcob. See there? Go ahead and sequencing ourselves behind him. Looking amazing. And we're actually outside of the chart now. We're way up here somewhere. Captain Rowdy, that wouldn't be a bad idea, bro. Flying out here for your long haul. Thomas, do we pass your home yet? I'm not sure. I don't know exactly where you live. Blue Games, is the A320 worth the expensive price tag? Ooh, that's a tough one. For me, yes. For me, yes. But the tough decision now is that that's not the only quality A320 anymore. There's the A319 by Tolis. That's also probably maybe equal to even better. I can't say that it's better or equal because I haven't flown it. I've only seen a few videos of it, but I can't judge it because I don't have it. So it's kind of like right now it's between A319 and A320. I'm not really sure what the price tag on either, or like what the difference in price is. I know that for sure. Before I got the A320, I was like, that's high. That's pricey. Like I was surprised it was so high. It was at the time the most expensive X-plane airliner. And so yeah, it's really good quality though. It really is. It really is. And it continues updating. They're still developing it. It's not just like, oh, you bought this plane and now it's, you know, not relevant anymore. Like you're gonna fly it. It's an Airbus. If you ever buy anything like an A320, A319, 737, something like that, like you're gonna fly them, because if you're a person who loves flying airliners, those planes fly the majority of flights domestically all around the world. So you're gonna fly it. So for me, when I bought the A320, I was like, I have to fly the heck out of this plane to get my money's worth. All right, let's go to approach mode. All right, so we'll get that armed. We're a little too far to reach the ILS. I'm gonna go ahead and go into. I'm gonna go direct to Ebcob here, just in case. Insert. All right, that should do its thing now. All right, yeah, we're on nav mode. That's good. You can see us lining up here on the localizer here on the right. And again, Ebcob, we want to be at 6,500. We're already at 6,500. A little bit far. Is that the airport? Yeah, I think I see it actually. Slow down. All right, we're on the localizer. We're down to 180. I think that is the runway. I think that's the runway right there. That seems close. It seems a bit close. Hopefully it's not closer than I thought, because in that case we have a problem. We are apparently 5 miles out, but I forgot elevation is at 3,000. So we're technically 3,000 feet up, so we're not as high as I thought we were. So we're 5 miles out. I'm gonna slow us all the way down to our final approach. I'm gonna give a little bit of flight spoilers before we reach the glide slope, which we should have reached already. I think we blew through it. So we gotta go manual. Oh yeah, we're gonna go manual. Alright, here we go. We're improvising. And gear down. Alright, my controls. Screw the ILS. We're gonna try flying this in ourselves. And I'm gonna turn off auto throttle as well. I'm taking full control. And one thing I haven't learned about the A320 by flight factor is that it does not slow down easily. It takes some time, which is probably how it is in real life as well. Those speed brakes are definitely coming out, guys, because we are high. And we may have to go around. Don't be surprised if the go around comes. Also, actually, I think 17 right is far. No, I'm not gonna do that. I was like, we could probably switch over to 17 right and actually make it. I might do a quick 360 because this doesn't look good. No, this doesn't look good. Alright, I'm abandoning. Going sort of around. I'm gonna make a left 360 for poor planning. I don't know how. I was at 6,500 when I was supposed to be at 6,500, and somehow we still blew right through the glide slope. So I'm not sure what's up with that. Alright, so making a turn here. Gonna go back into auto throttle while we make this turn. Let's get some speed back up. We will stall. We will absolutely stall. It's gonna make a 360 here, that's all. Not toga, I don't want toga. Oh, it's going go around toga, that's what it's doing. You know what, I'm just gonna do throttle myself. We're just gonna make it happen. We go old school. I'm gonna go 747 on these guys. So taking the scenic route, as you can see, is what we're looking at. We're looking headed the other way. Our altitude's looking better, I think. Not quite. We're still a little bit high. Maybe lose some altitude in this turn. The flight director is still trying to, I think it's trying to, no it's not, it's trying to actually send us to the go around route. Alright, I have visual there, airport. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully that little turn, there it is. Now the glide slope is on. Now the glide slope, you see that little GS, yeah, forget you, we're doing this by ourselves. Not trusting this computer no more. Alright, here we go. Alright, we are on the glide slope. Manually. Flaps are full, speed brakes are coming up. I do need to arm them. You go up there. And we have a bit of a crosswind. But it's pretty light.
Glide slope.
We're low.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10.
Long landing, 1,000 feet remaining.
Yeah, we floated that a bit. It's okay. Reversers are green. We should have made that first turn right there. Alright, there's 60 knots. Disengaging reversers. Manual braking, and we're gonna keep it rolling to the next taxiway. Welcome to Calgary. And I think this is in Alberta, Canada. Had to improvise landing a bit there. We'll park next to WestJet, even though that's probably not where you usually park. You see downtown out there. Brake, 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 flaps up. Nice, that was a good flight though, I gotta say. Alright, strobes. Landing lights coming off, runway turn off light will come on. Great, so I thought we were gonna make that right turn. Oh really? Air Canada 116 in real life is a 787? That's dope. That's really cool. Yeah, I really wish that I really hope for the developer team that's working on a 787 for X-Plane. I really hope that they continue to make it better, and that we can have a really good high quality 787 in the future for X-Plane soon though, hopefully, because we know we're getting 777. I know we're getting 777 as well, which is going to be amazing. We've been waiting for that for a long time. A350 as well. Alan, are we flying another flight? No, negative. I'm really tempted to like just hop in like something random and like fly around the city, but I think we'll park right there. Turn, turn, turn. But I would probably won't. We'll just watch the replay. Is this one of those slanted ones? Yeah, it's a turn. I gotta turn. Okay. It's a gas truck right there. All right, here's our marshaller. Let's see if we can get this on the money here. All right, to the right, straight. Straight. All right, almost there. So slow. I'm trying to get on there perfect, man. And stop. Okay, once again, guys, welcome to Calgary International in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Blue Arrow Global Service by Air Canada today in the A320. Seatbelt signs off. At this point, we can turn the master's APU on, or we can go external power. Shocks down, ground power. So that way the aircraft doesn't just shut completely off whenever we shut it down. I want to hear what the, I don't remember what the A320's engine shutdown sounds like. So let's go take a look. Let's take a listen now. We should get the jetway here. I don't know why the jetway is not coming out. Did I park International? Oh well, I don't care. I didn't care to look before I got here. I just park at the nearest parking spot I can find. Why isn't the jetway coming out? External power is on. The parking brake on. Engines are off. The plane to be completely off? I don't think so. One thing I forgot to turn on was the probe heat when we flew. What were you guys thinking? Remind me what's up with that, co-pilots? Strobes are off. Everything's off. It needs to be off. I don't know. Jetway is supposed to just come out when we land, but it's not. So who knows? Maybe I need to do one of these. I don't know. Let's see. We'll call a fuel truck. Now we shouldn't have to do that. Call that cargo. Yeah, please, Thomas, call the airport. Tell them the jetway is broken. We have passengers ready to go and meet their connections. For some reason it is not working. Oh well. At least the marshal it worked. Alright, how about replay time? Yeah, how about replay time? I think that's a good time for the replay. I kind of want to get another screenshot down here, but lately, whenever I've been using OBS, for some reason my screenshots have not been working in game. So I may have to use the one I already am using for the thumbnail for the. Oh wait, is that animating? What? That's dope. That's cool. We might have to take a tour out here before we leave. I might have to hop in something little. That's cool. Good job. Good job with that. I really wanted to fly Frontier. Next time we fly Airbus, I kind of want to fly Frontier. Alright, let's go ahead and turn, close all this stuff off, because if we don't, it will show up in our replay, and that is extremely annoying. We already have to deal with it not for some reason having sound. I don't know why they haven't fixed that. Shutting it all off. Sounds cool, right? All right, let's disconnect from VATSIM and we'll check it out. So that landing rate was a 188 feet per minute, just so you guys know if you were wondering. I actually forgot about it. We will see that replay though. We'll see what a 188 looks like. And the baby shark do. I don't know, for some reason it's like now my like thinking song. If I'm trying to remember what I'm doing or get back in my train of thought, I just start singing Baby Shark, which is a really bad habit. I need a break from that because it gets stuck in people's heads and it's very addicting and infecting. It's poisonous, guys. Have I flown the Vermont? No, I don't think so. What's my ground service add-on? I don't have one right now. What we just saw, those stairs and the fuel truck, that all comes with the A320. That's all part of it, so it's no. But I was using before I was using one called Ground Handling Deluxe by Jar Design, but for some reason I think maybe some update broke it and it's not compatible with the A320 right now, or any of the Fight Factor planes, at least from what I understand. All right, replay time. I've kept you guys waiting long enough. Oh, there's a float. Not as long as I thought, though. I thought we floated longer. Not bad. I'll take it. Reverse is green, baby. And wait. Did I actually land on the center line? Did I actually land on the center line? Did that actually happen? Did that just happen? Let's go see. Let's go confirm that Blue Games actually landed on the center line for once. Okay, maybe not. Maybe close. Maybe close. Let's see. I don't know, man. Yeah. I actually put it down. I completely did that landing manually. Nose kind of went to the side a little bit. Let's do flyby. Skipping that song. I'm sorry. I did not like that. Whatever the heck that was. Not feeling it. I really appreciate they're trying to do something a little different with that track, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not all the way there, sir. All right, let's go back. That's too far. Too far. Oh, good. Alan Alpha, yes, I do have a Discord, and thank you, Raven, for posting that for me. You got it quick. Hadn't even read the comment yet. Ooh, that'd be cool. Flying an A220 by Air Canada. That'd be legit. I think that's what they're moving to, is more A220s. It seems like I've seen a lot of them from Air Canada. Thank you, Raven, by the way, bro, for flying with me today. It's nice not being alone on X plane. Alright, here we go. After this, we'll watch we'll do a wing view and maybe a belly cam, and then we'll end it there. Yeah, we'll end it on a belly cam today. Man, that thing is, oof. That thing looks good. That is a good looking plane. That is a good looking plane right there, guys. Hello, beautiful. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's flight. I really do appreciate you guys coming out. We will continue tomorrow with another X-Plane stream. I don't know what I'm flying yet. I was like planning it, but then I kind of forgot about Thursday, so we'll see. We'll see. I do have a VFR flight planned for this week, maybe tomorrow or maybe Friday. And when we do that flight, it will be most likely on Pilot Edge as well. So just a heads up there. Let's do a wing view. And after this, we'll do the belly cam and we'll get out of here. As we approach, let me get you guys something to leave with, a little bit of motivation. I don't even need this anymore. I can put this away. Give you guys a little bit of motivation before we go. So today's motivational quote of the day. Give me a second, I'm trying to go through my notes. Oh, I like this one. Here we go. Bro, I got notes like dating back like years, man. The stuff I haven't looked at in a while. So check it out. People look. Wait, that's wrong. That's a different one. That's for another day. Where'd it go? All right, here we go. People are in your life for a reason. Others are there for a season. But it's important to recognize when people's seasons are over. That is for somebody. That right there is for somebody. Remember, people are in your life for a reason. Some are there for a season. It's important to recognize when people's seasons are over. Today's motivational quote of the day, brought to you by Blue Games and Air Canada. Not too bad right there. Well, thank you guys again. You guys are amazing. I do appreciate it. I'm glad I'm feeling better health-wise today. I'm glad that everything worked out. We started a little bit late just because X-plane crashed. But other than that, everything else went pretty smooth. All the scenery looks great. If you have any questions, you can always hit me up. Yeah, man. I'll see you guys next time, though. Let's get that last belly camera set up for you guys. I don't know if I have one. I'm pretty sure I got one. If I don't have one, it'd be crazy if I don't have one. I don't have one? I don't have one. Let's make one really quick. About to make a belly camera. Hold up. Toggle, make new camera.
Added camera 9 to category ground.
And this is X camera, in case you were wondering. Let's switch that to the internal camera. That's a cool view too, though. But not quite the view I'm looking for. Ooh, look at me hit that right turn. And we'll turn around. Something like that. I kind of like the offset, you know, I mean, not like exactly in the center. We'll zoom it in, probably go up just a little bit. I'm gonna hit set initial zoom and save that camera, and then we will rewind back in the, oops, that is not what I meant to do. Let's try it again. There we go. Wow, oh, we're really gonna see how off this approach was. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Let's go from here. Oh wait, this is right before we did the turnaround. All right, let's go back. Let's go a little bit more forward. All right, here we go. Was my gear down that whole time? Oh, I need to also turn off level camera. I don't want that on. There we go. This music is like super crazy chill. What the heck? Why are you on this playlist? It's supposed to be high to medium tempo. How are you high tempo? All right, guys, we're getting out of here. I'm actually gonna switch to my own music here on the outro. Use the same one I used for the intro. We're gonna jam out. Thank you guys again. Remember, you got 3 choices: give up, give in, give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. Peace, love, and God bless you. You guys are amazing. See you guys next time. Next video. Peace. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, hey, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. I should record this, right? I should record this landing. I feel like I should start rapping right here. Like I should do like some real like a real deep like spoken word. You know what I mean? You know the name is Blue Games. First class on the plane. You know the name. It's all the same. Stay on the plane, but no plain Jane. 9K, but it's no fame. Okay, I'm just kidding. Hey. See you, legends. Alan A, Thomas, Kamani, Captain's World, Captain Rowdy, Pedro Costa. This is Flight Factor. Kimmy Dean, I from G. Ethan. And we out.